Hey, Joe from Boulet's Garage. So today I'm going to show you what it takes to replace spark plugs in a 2013 Honda CRV. First step is you got to remove this black cover. There is 4 bolts that will take a 10mm socket to remove them. Four bolts off, cover off. Next, you're going to want to remove each connector from each coil pack. You're going to hear a click and then be able to slide the connector off each of them. If you don't hear the click, don't try and yank it off because you will ruin the connector. Next, you're going to want to remove each securing bolt for each coil pack, and that you will use the same 10mm socket I removed the cover with. Then remove each coil pack to the corresponding cylinder. If you mix these up, it really won't make much of a difference, just so you know when you go to reinstall these coil packs, okay? Next, you're going to find the appropriate socket to remove the spark plugs. So the spark plug socket I use is a 5/8 spark plug socket, and it has a rubber insert on the inside of it that's designed to protect the porcelain portion of the socket. If you use a regular 5/8 deep well socket, you risk the chance of cracking the porcelain on the old plug when you're removing it, or on the new plug when you're installing it. If you don't have a dedicated spark plug socket, get one if you're going to attempt this, okay? So, when removing the spark plugs, use the 5/8 spark plug socket along with an extension and a ratchet. Never use air tools or electric power tools to remove a spark plug from a cylinder. You could risk the chance of snapping the spark plug off in the cylinder head, and then you would be in a place called hell. Now I'm going to remove all 4 spark plugs with the ratchet I just spoke about. But not with that extension because it's too long. That's better. Alright, so these came out nice, loosened nice and easily. You do not want anything to fall into the spark plug hole, into the cylinder, at all. Alright, there's one spark plug. The spark plug is an iridium tip spark plug. It's been in there for 120,000 miles. Typically, that's what a manufacturer recommends to replace an iridium tip spark plugs. If you're told you need spark plugs and you have iridium tip plugs at 90,000 miles, that's actually too soon. So make sure you check with your manufacturer on the vehicle you're driving when spark plug replacement is recommended. Now I'm going to remove the remaining 3 spark plugs. Okay, so this is a new spark plug for this Honda. I prefer to use NGK spark plugs or ND, Nippon Denso. I don't prefer to choose the cheapest spark plug available because it's going to be in there for a very long time, and you should always use what the manufacturer recommends. You do not adjust the gap on iridium tip spark plugs. They usually come pre-gapped for the application, so don't mess with the spark plug gap. It'll be just fine. Okay, I'm going to install each spark plug in each cylinder now, and they need to be torqued at 16 foot-pounds. It's very important not to over tighten or under tighten the spark plug, and I'm going to continue on. I'm putting the new spark plug in the chamber, in the spark plug hole, and I'm going to get it in there finger tight, and then I'm going to use my torque wrench and torque the spark plug to 16 foot-pounds. Hear that click? That's 16 foot-pounds. Now I'm going to do that in the remaining 3 cylinders. Okay, what I got to do now is I got to reinstall each coil pack in each cylinder. All right, like this. And you're going to put your connector back on each coil pack till you hear the click. Hear that little click? And here's number 3. And number 4. It sets in there good. Click. I'm going to put each 6mm bolt back in, tighten those down, put the cover on with the bolts, and we're all set. So don't attempt this if you don't really have any mechanical ability. If you're going to pull a spark plug out, you're going to loosen the spark plug, you're going to want to make sure it doesn't come out too difficultly. It takes some experience as a mechanic to feel that when you should not over exceed trying to loosen the spark plug. You should not have an issue with this type of vehicle, but just keep that in mind. Make sure you always use proper safety equipment when you're attempting anything. If you do not have a mechanical ability, I would not suggest that you attempt this. Anyway, until next time, like and subscribe, share the video, and I'll keep them coming. Have a great night.